Hello! In this video, I'm going to give you guys some advice that you've never heard before about how to get better with photo manipulation and compositing. I've watched like a million different tutorials on YouTube and no one has ever really talked about this advice that I'm going to give you right now. Also, when I started doing this, my photo manipulation and compositing skills skyrocketed. Okay, I'm going to stop being ominous and actually tell you what that advice is. So in my opinion, I think one of the best ways to improve your skills at these two things is to watch speed art. In case you're unfamiliar with what speed art is, it's basically a sped up video of someone's entire process creating a piece of artwork from start to finish. I strongly believe watching videos like this is way better than watching just basic tutorials. See, the issue with tutorials is that they kind of just show you how to do a specific thing. They're pretty good with learning how to use a piece of software or how to do like a certain effect or how to get from point A to point B. And it's good to learn at the beginning and follow along. But once you have a strong understanding of the software, then I think watching speed art is way more valuable. This is because you can watch people who are already extremely talented with this software work on their own projects. By doing this, you pick up on things that they do that you'd never be able to find in a tutorial. So I'll give you a couple examples. From watching Benny Productions videos, I learned that I should be using the hue and saturation adjustment layer when I'm painting on a color. That's because it's way less destructive. If I use the brush tool to paint like a red color somewhere in the composition and I want to change that to green later on, it's way easier just to change the hue and saturation slider and change the color that way instead of like having to apply the hue and saturation onto that color later on. A few more things I learned from Benny Productions is that he always puts stuff in the background to create depth. When something is farther back in the composition, it has to have less contrast and less detail. Watching Phase Runner videos, I learned that when he separates things that are far away, he always kind of puts a straight color in between. I feel like I'm not really explaining that part right. But basically he shows that there's space between objects in the background by painting in kind of a lighter color as if he's like adding fog to the scene. Something crazy I learned from watching Create on YouTube is how to find the vanishing point in a piece of artwork. See, there's not really exact tutorials for this on YouTube, and if there is, then like how are you even gonna search it? And that's kind of the main advantage with speed art, really. Watching these experts create their own artwork shows you things that you need to improve upon that you didn't even know about. Photoshop tutorials are only going to show you about the things that you search. How to make a gold effect, how to make a duotone effect, how to cut someone out. By the way, if you want to watch any of my speed art, I also post that on my YouTube channel as well. Also, question for you guys. Do you guys watch speed art? And if so, what have you learned from it? I'm very curious with this. All right, guys, that's all I wanted to share. Please subscribe if you like videos like this. I'm gonna be posting stuff like this every single Wednesday. And that's it.